I'm Brittani Plath. I am with Publix, but I am not Kim Brunson. I hope everyone's still awake after that delicious lunch we had today. But I've been with Publix 18 years. I've been in the recycle and solid waste industry with Publix for almost 8 years now. And I was going to talk about the food recycling that we do at Publix. But first, I was going to tell you just a little bit about us in case you didn't know. We were founded in 1930. We're operating in 6 states currently, but we are moving to Virginia in 2017, slowly taking over the world. We currently have 1,112 stores in operation, 10 distribution centers, and 7 manufacturing plants. You know, we focus on people, planet, profit. So obviously we donate first. That's our first and foremost thing that we have our associates do is always donate. And then we recycle, which would be, you know, the rinds, our substations, the tomatoes and lettuce, those things aren't easily repackaged for donation. So at the end of the night, those things that didn't get sold would go into the recycle bins. And then anything that was out of date or not safe for human consumption are things that we would also get rid of. And then our method that we like to use best is our stores, we start out with 5 65-gallon toters, and we adjust it as needed for the stores. These bins are actually rolled directly into the production area, so they can, some fit under the table where they cut the fruit, so they can just slide it. I don't know if you noticed him sliding it into the hole, but sometimes there's bins under there. Other times they use plastic lugs and dump in these totes. When these totes are full, we then put them into our coolers, and they stay there until we get picked up. We're picked up 3 times a week by our recyclers. We get a call 30 minutes before the recycler shows up, and then our associates will stage the bins outside. This helps with pests, smells. We don't want to smell like our competition sometimes. But yeah, so the other companies use 2 to 4 yard dumpsters outside their stores, and they, you know, they're picked up once a week, maybe. So it kind of does cause that pest and fly issue behind our store. This is an example, and it's changed some, but this is an example of posters that we have in all of our departments. So this one particularly is for the produce department, but we have one for bakery, deli, and that sort of thing. Just to remind our associates what would go in the recycle bins versus what should be trashed. At Publix, we do have some curbside recycling that we use for municipalities, but everything that comes back on our truck has to be clean and dry because we don't want to risk contaminating our trucks with pests or any other food issues. And then this is the EPA hierarchy. So first, we always want to reduce before we recycle or donate. That's our priority. But we have donated 48.7 million pounds to feeding hungry people, 58.8 million pounds to feed animals. I know I stepped back some. And then 31 million pounds for industrial uses. That's our bone and fat scraps, our grease recycling from like our deli fried chicken and rotisserie chickens. 28.6 million pounds in 2015 went to composting. And then we are currently at, that is not right, I needed to update it, but we are currently at a 58% recycle rate for Publix as a company. And it was kind of short and sweet. I don't know if anyone had any questions, but that's just what we're doing now for recycling. Over half of our stores are composting, or we have a very small guy down in South Florida that does the vermin composting. He picks up, I think, 2 of our stores. He does like to play with worms, apparently. So, but were there any questions about our program? Yes, ma'am.
So you mentioned source reduction. What specifically are you doing to reduce first?
Well, we want to have our deli chicken ready when you get there, but we don't want to overcook the chicken to where there's extra sitting on the shelf. So we have teams that, you know, monitor peak times, different products that people are interested in. Different stores have different demands for different products. We want to make sure that if you want a fresh French baguette roll in our bakery, that it's there for you when you get there, but we don't want to have to get rid of 10 at the end of the night. We do donate them, but We'd prefer to sell them if we could.